Shannon, how much blame does Freddie Kitchens deserve here?
Freddie deserves a lot of the blame because, Skip, he's the offensive coordinator, he's the head coach, and he's the play caller.
Yep.
I guess Baker didn't feel dangerous yesterday. Did he wake up feeling dangerous, Skip?
Didn't look so hot.
He ain't been
there.
feeling dangerous lately. He needs to feel dangerous. He needs to wake up feeling dangerous.
I thought Tennessee woke up feeling real dangerous in that opener, right?
They did. You know what, Skip? Look, Freddie is learning that's to wear two hats in the NFL is a really hard job. That's why a lot of guys give that up. They either just keep the headset on so they can hear everything, or they call like Andy Reid is very unique. Kyle Shanahan and guys like that are very unique, Skip.
Extreme.
To be able to call the plays and be a head coach. But Freddie, the thing that's hurting Freddie is expectations. If Freddie was the head coach last year, Skip, they didn't have these expectations. But because of the way they played to close out the season, and now they added Odell, they add Olivier Vernon, they get a Greedy Williams in the draft, and you're like, ooh, the Brown. And you see the subtractions in Pittsburgh. Le'Veon's no longer there. AB's no longer there. And then week 2, Ben goes out. So now that really ratcheted up the expectations. So now everybody expecting the Browns to be really, really good. Look, that's why I said each year is a year in of itself, because last year has no bearing on this year. And I think the Browns players and fans are starting to realize that. Freddie is starting to realize the expectation that comes along with expectation. I'm the head coach now. Because Freddie didn't have a whole lot of experience calling plays. He's never been a head coach. So now he's the head coach, which means he's the CEO of the operation. But by the same token, he's got to call the plays. Now, I don't know what the hell he was calling last night. Now, if I didn't know better, I swear Freddie was at Buffalo Wild Wings. He was a Buffalo Wild Wings coach. On a 4th and 9, you call a draw. What the hell is that? A draw. Freddie Kitchens called a draw play on 4th and 9. Skip, who the hell he going to try to fool? He's like, Skip the dude. I can see Skip, he threw a pass, and he got 8 yards. Dude ran a draw, and it was 40. He ended up 7 yards short.
I was wondering if I was missing something watching. I'm like, wait, am I the...
And then, Skip, you get on the goal line. You got Chubb. You got Chubb, Nick Chubb. You don't give him one carry. Not once they hear, hey, let's run, hey, put a fullback in there, Skip, and let's run an ISO. You're not going to talk. So you got Nick Chubb, who you say is going to, I'm going to keep everybody happy. I'm going to get Odell his catches and Jarvis his catches and Chubb his touches.
Okay.
You can't give Nick Chubb one crack? Who you trying to please? Okay, Skip, but I told you, you keep trying to keep everybody happy instead of trying to win games. And then everybody's going to be sad. Because everybody's going to be sad because ain't nobody going to be getting their catches, and you're going to be losing games. And you're going to be in a lose-lose situation, and you're going to be up out of there. Now, Jimmy and D. Haslam, they looking like, hold on. Okay, John Dorsey, now we gave you everything that you wanted. You got a quarterback #1 overall. You got all these weapons. You got Jarvis Landry. You got Odell. You got Njoku, who's hurt. But here's the thing, Skip. When you made that trade, your offensive line is trash. Because your guy, 99, did he flash last night? Boy, you stayed in the backfield, didn't he, Skip? Him and old 52?
We're talking about the guy who had 0 sacks in 3 playoff games and has 0 sacks against the Cowboys in 3 career games. The guy who I don't even know is on the...
I'm just saying, did he flash?
The Cleveland Browns cannot protect Baker Mayfield. They haven't for 3 games, and the Rams took full advantage of that last night. What did I say Friday? Baker Mayfield is about to be in the wrong place at the wrong time against Wade Phillips' defense that kept Tom Brady in check for almost the entire Super Bowl. Am I right about that?
But here's the Skip, and another thing before I let you go. They traded their best offensive lineman to get Odell. I mean, how'd that work out? I mean, at the end of the day, you can have all the shiny peaches you want, Skip. All these cashiers that look nice, but you better have a guard or two to guard the money. Now, the money right now is 6, Baker Mayfield. You got a bunch of pretty cashiers. You got Jarvis, and you got Odell, and you got all that stuff out there to tell us. But ain't nobody protecting the money. Ain't nobody protecting the money. They just...
Odell had 6 catches for 56 yards. Did it really impact the game? Do you remember any of them? Nope. So, given that that was Wade Phillips' defense, and right now I think that defense is even a little better than Bill Belichick's defense. That's how good it is, because it has more star power to it, because Talib did a number on Odell last night. I don't care what you say. Did Odell get loose down the field? One time he had a 19-yard catch, but he didn't do much.
No.
Okay, now back to Freddie Kitchens. I'm not sure he's going to last the whole year. I'm just not sure because I think...
You going to do it back-to-back years, Skip? Find a coach in the middle of the season?
Wow.
I think it's just getting a little darker and darker in Cleveland because, remember, they have to go to Baltimore next Sunday.
Which is, Baltimore is better than everybody thought.
And they're, I think, a 5-point underdog there. 5.5, actually. 5.5-point underdog there. So is that a losable game? You better believe it.
You better believe it.
Are the 49ers 3-0? Yes, they are.
Yes. That's a losable game.
Okay, the next game is a Monday night game in Santa Clara against the 49ers. It's a losable game, right? And then the Seahawks visit. And I know the Seahawks didn't look great yesterday, but they did go to Pittsburgh while Roethlisberger played the first half, right? They're capable of beating the Browns right now because the Browns aren't very good right now. What if they lose those games and fall to 1-6? What's Jimmy Haslam going to do with the expectations through the roof?
Well, Skip, well, damn, he already got one coach that's still on the payroll. He's still playing Hugh Jack.
I know.
And so you're going to have another guy on the payroll and just bring somebody else in?
Here's Freddie's problem. After the games, he's adopted this new, poor, pitiful me philosophy where he just says, okay,
put it on me. I can take it.
I'll take it all. Lay it on me. Don't blame the players. Blame old Freddie. It doesn't really look like a football coach, does he? He looks more like an offensive line coach. So he doesn't look like the head coach. He doesn't look like he's in charge. And after the games, he's kind of admitting, yeah, I screwed that one up and I screwed that. Go ahead, just say it. Well, if you invite the media to run through that door, trust me, they're going to run through it and trample on you because he is now the easiest target in the National Football League. Do you want to blame Baker? Not really. Do you want to blame Odell? No, not really. How about Jarvis? No. How about him? Yes.
Ooh,
yes.
Skip, if I was, you know who I want to be right now? I'd be old Daniel Jones. I'd be real petty.
Oh, yeah?
I can't believe they took that guy up in
You
Cleveland.
would not.
I'm just saying, Skip. I'm just saying, Skip. I'm just saying. I can't believe they took that guy number one.
He could do that. I don't think he's built that way.
I don't think he's built that way.
He's not built that way.
Okay.
Skip, but you know what? I think Cleveland's defense is really good. They get after the quarterback.
Remember, they had 4 subs playing in the defensive backfield last night. All 4 starters were out, and they hung in and did that.
Yeah.
Well, guess why they did it to me? Jared Goff's overrated. He just is.
Skip, he's
overrated.
So he did everything he possibly could. Say, Cleveland, won't y'all win this game?
How many times do you go on the road and turn it over 3 times and win the football game? You tell me. It was 3-1 in turnovers with LA 3 to Browns 1. How many times do you get away with that?
That's a recipe. Now, if you want the best recipe to lose a road game, turn it over.
Thank you.
And they did that, and they still won.
$110 million guaranteed, right? Jared Goff? I don't know.
Lots of money.
Yep, lots of money. So back to quarterback. I love Baker Mayfield. I'm sorry, I got to tell the truth. He's having a hard time. He's starting to lose a little bit of nerve because he is bolting fast out of that pocket.
I told you, Skip.
Yeah, he's starting to lose, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. He needed to stand in, especially on the goal line, and just make one of those throws without looking over his shoulder. But how about the 4th down play? He bolts the pocket so fast, and I know play's coming hard off the right edge.
Oh, yeah, I think that was Fowler. I think that's Fowler. Yeah, and that was it. That was end up being Clay that ended up getting to him. Okay. But the thing is, Skip, is that sometimes these quarterbacks, they look in the bubble. Instead of stepping up, they looking to get outside.
Step up.
Well, if you get out, Skip, once you get outside, guess what you're doing? You're telling the defense, basically, I got from the hash to the side that you're rolling to. Now, every once in a while, we're going to talk about Lamar Jackson. You'll get away with a bailout where you throw the ball.
He did. Yep.
No, you don't make a living like that. You'll go broke doing that.
I would agree.
But Baker, hey, sometimes you got to stand there and you got to take one to the chops.
Okay. So back to the 4th and 9 call. When they went to the line of scrimmage, I was convinced they were just going to try to draw them offside.
Right.
And it was a long count. And I'm thinking, okay, they're not jumping. They're just call timeout. Just call timeout. Just call timeout. All of a sudden, the ball gets snapped.
Well, Baker was debating. He's like, man, should I run this bull jive?
No.
Man, I can't believe Freddie called it. Yeah, he was like,
should I do it? Should I do
Freddie
it?
called his book, man. Y'all know Freddie got this.
I guess I got to do it.
I got to do it.
Yeah, and the whole offense looked like it had no conviction, like it didn't believe the play at all. And again, sometimes you can call a play, and if the play caller is hot and everybody's on fire,
Right.
you'll just make it work.
Right.
I have seen draw plays work on 4th and long where you completely fool somebody.
Right.
And I'm going to remind you what that defensive front did to my running back, the best running back in football, in a playoff game here at the Coliseum. They took Zeke out of the game. He ran 20 times for 53 yards. Do you remember the big 4th and 1 that he tried to get early in the fourth quarter, first play of the fourth quarter? Well, they can stuff you. So it's the one that it's not going to work against. They're just too solid across the front. They got cornerstones.
Well, I think the thing is, Skip, like, okay, I got a draw play call. I'm expecting a certain front. I'm expecting a certain coverage.
Yep.
Okay, what happens when they don't give you that front or they don't give you that coverage?
Yep.
Most teams will do what? I guarantee you, if Tom Brady got a draw call and he doesn't like the front of the coverage, Tom Brady's going to look around. He's like, no,
Okay.
We need something else.
Sure. Okay. I got it.
Yeah.
So, look, I'm a Baker fan. Do I mind putting the ball in Baker's hand 4 times to try to throw it into the end zone for a touchdown? I don't. I get you. You want them.
It's just one time that Chubb get it.
Okay, but again, to me, that's an easy second guess because it didn't work. But the third down play is the critical play, and he throws it to that big 6'7" tight end, and he got it up. It was a nice throw. It's up in his hands where he could get it.
Right.
Unfortunately, the Rams safety, that wrap, he got his hand up in his face and knocked it away. And by the way, that guy's bounced around the league, so he's not the best, you know.
Right.
But
he
again,
did catch a touchdown earlier.
He did. And yet Baker said, I screwed up that play because he had Jarvis on a cross.
On the drag route,
Yep. And he could have hit Jarvis. I don't know.
But see, Skip, here's the thing. You make your mind up where you're going with the football before the play develops.
He knew what he wanted to do.
Exactly.
And it was a good idea, and it was well executed. The Rams just made a better play.
But look at the same situation. Jared Goff had the same play with Cooper Kupp.
He did.
And he hit Cooper Kupp on the drag wide, he's wide open.
Yeah, but he just lost his guy.
But look at Jarvis.
Lost
Yes.
Yep, I know. It would have been a touchdown if he just looks underneath.
But see, when
he made up his mind.
Right.
Especially when you're under fire the whole game and you're seeing ghosts.
Yes.
You're just saying, I'm going to lock in and I'm going to throw to him no matter what.
Yeah.
And it almost worked, and instead you're 1-2.
You know who does a lot of that? Jared Goff.
Yep.
That's how he got those picks.
That's true.
He made his mind up. Even Schobert turned and ran with the crossing route. He's like, I'm throwing the ball. Dude, you see the back of wheel and run with it, and you still throw it.
He did.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.